Time is not what you think it is. It is not chasing you. It is not running out. And yet, something inside you feels like it is. A quiet pressure, a subtle tension, a feeling that you should be somewhere else, further ahead, more complete, more certain, as if something is slipping away, just out of reach. But listen carefully. That feeling is not time, it is urgency. And urgency is something you were taught. So before we go any further, slow down. Not your body, your awareness. Let your attention soften. Let this moment stretch. Let it open. There is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing to solve. Nothing to fix. You are not behind in this moment. You are here. And that is enough. From the very beginning, time was introduced to you as something to obey. Clocks on walls, schedules to follow, deadlines to meet. Be on time. Hurry up. You're late. And at first, it seemed harmless. Just structure, just organization, but slowly, without you noticing, time stopped being a tool and became a pressure, a constant measuring system for your worth, for your progress, for your life. And without questioning it, you began to live inside that system. At some point, you started to feel it, that quiet anxiety, that subtle discomfort, the sense that you are behind. Behind who? You're not sure, but the feeling is there. Others seem ahead, moving faster, achieving more, and you feel like you're trying to catch up to something invisible, something undefined, something that keeps moving every time you get close. But pause here. Who created that timeline? Who decided where you should be by now? Was it ever truly yours? Or did you inherit it without realizing? Urgency does not shout. It whispers, quietly, constantly. You're wasting time. You should be doing more. You need to move faster. And over time, that whisper becomes your inner voice. You begin to rush everything. Decisions, conversations, moments, even experiences that were meant to unfold, slowly become compressed, rushed, because somewhere inside you feel like you don't have time. But look closely, what are you actually racing against? When everything is rushed, nothing is fully experienced. You move through life, but you are not inside it. Moments pass, but they don't land. You think constantly, but rarely observe, because observation requires stillness, and stillness feels uncomfortable when you believe you are behind. So you keep moving, not because you need to, but because stopping feels unsafe. Now, just for a moment, look directly at your experience, right now, in this exact moment. What is missing? Not in your thoughts, but here, in reality. Is anything chasing you? Is anything running out right now? Or is there simply this moment, unfolding, quiet, complete? Come back to it again and again. This moment is always here, even when your mind runs ahead, even when life feels fast. There is something beneath all of that does not move, that does not rush, that simply is. And the more you return to it, the more everything begins to slow, not externally, but internally. A fast mind does not question. A rushed mind does not observe. A pressured life is easier to control. Because when you are always moving, you never stop long enough to see clearly, to question, to step outside the pattern. Speed keeps you inside the system. Stillness lets you see beyond it. Slowing down is not falling behind. It is stepping out of the illusion of behind. When you slow down, you begin to notice everything. Your thoughts, your reactions, your habits. And in that noticing, space appears. And in that space, you are no longer being pulled. You are choosing. So stay here just a little longer. Let everything settle. Because what comes next is not about time. It is about freedom from it. Let this land slowly. You are not late, not slightly late, not almost late, not late at all. You have never been late. Say it again. You are not late, not behind, not missing out. There is no version of your life that you were supposed to arrive at by now. That idea was given to you, and you carried it as if it were truth. But here in this moment, there is no evidence of it. Only presence, only awareness, only now. Time says next. Presence says now. Time pulls you forward into what hasn't happened. Presence brings you back to what is already here. Time creates distance. Presence removes it. Time says something is missing. Presence shows you nothing is. And only one of these is real in your direct experience right now. Notice how often your mind leaves this moment. It moves ahead, planning, predicting, preparing, or it moves backwards, replaying, revisiting, reevaluating. Rarely does it stay here, and yet this is the only place life is actually happening. Not in the next moment, not in the past one, but here, always here. You don't need to fight your mind. You don't need to control it. You only need to notice when it leaves and gently bring it back again and again, not with force, but with awareness. Each time you return, you weaken the illusion that you need to be somewhere else. Now go deeper. Feel the stillness beneath everything, beneath your thoughts, beneath your reactions. There is a quiet space that does not move, that does not rush, that does not measure time. It simply exists, and you can rest there. You were taught that life is about progress, moving forward, climbing upward, becoming more. But progress toward what? A final point, a place where everything is complete. That place does not exist, because the moment you arrive, the mind creates another destination, another next, another reason to feel behind. This is the loop. Chase, arrive, chase. Again, always moving, never arriving, because the system depends on movement. But awareness breaks the loop. The moment you see it clearly, you are no longer inside it. So instead of chasing, rest, not as an action but as a state. Let everything be exactly as it is. No resistance, no urgency, just presence. And notice nothing falls apart, nothing collapses. Life continues without pressure. There is a point where the pressure ends, not gradually, but suddenly, where urgency dissolves, where the need to rush loses its grip. That point is what we call 9-9. 9. Not a number in time, but a shift in awareness. The end of chasing, the end of illusion, the return to presence is not a place you go. It is a state you recognize, a space where nothing needs to be forced, nothing needs to be rushed, nothing needs to be fixed, where you are no longer trying to become, only being, and in that being there is peace. Hear this clearly. Time does not control you, urgency does, and urgency cannot survive in presence. The moment you stop chasing, you are free, not later, now. No movement, no effort, just awareness. Nothing is missing, nothing is rushing, nothing is slipping away. Everything is already here. Welcome to the space where time loosens, where urgency fades, where nothing needs to be chased. Welcome to the moment that has always been waiting. Not ahead of you, not behind you, but here, always here. Welcome to stillness. Welcome to presence. Welcome to the 999 zone.